Welcome back, everyone. Today I'm going to show you how to make zucchini boats. We're going to go all the way back to when my show first started. It was one of the first recipes where we took zucchini and made boats out of them. It's a low-carb meal, which we had such an overwhelming response from you guys to just keep bringing the low carb. So we are. It's making us feel good. We want to make you feel good. So we're going to start off with these 3 zucchinis. It is the season still. If you're planting zucchini, go get them. The store has them. Look how big these are. I think when you're out of season, you get those little skinny ones. You can't very much do anything with those, but woo, these are going to be rocking. All right, y'all come on up here and let's get these nice and softened and build these up. All right, grab you a cutting board, a large sharp knife, and your zucchini. Make sure you clean it up really good. We're going to cut it lengthwise from end to end, kind of even. Like that. Now I'm using 3 large ones. The recipe calls for 4 medium ones. You'll just have to kind of gauge that. Look at that one. It's huge. There we go. Start right here. So you're going to need to grab you like a little spoon, and we're going to take out the inside of the zucchini. You want to leave 1/4 inch in there. So we're just going to take out all that. And we're going to use it inside of our dish. Nothing's going to waste. This dish has so much flavor in it, you're not even going to believe it. Now I'm not going to cut off the ends because we need that to hold all the ingredients in. You don't want it to melt out. There we go. That's what we're looking at right there. All right, we're going to finish the other 5 of these, and I'm going to bring you back. There they are. All right, once you've cleaned them all out, I put the insides into a bowl. We're going to use this for the mixture, so hang on to that. We'll add a lot of good stuff to it. All right, I'm going to take this to my back burner. I got a large pot of water going, so we're going to go ahead and cook these up. Now I'm going to flavor my water so our zucchinis are nice and flavored. I'm just putting in 1 teaspoon of salt. This is a preference, so if you want to put less in, you can. Now I'm going to place my zucchini into my salted water that's boiling. We're going to cook these for 1 minute. We just want to get these a little soft so they can do their thing. One minute. All right, let's remove them. Here we go. And then we're just going to turn off the burner. We're done with it. In a 9x13 baking dish, we're going to add 1/4 cup of some salsa. We're going to spread it around. That'll add flavor to the bottom of the dish. Have something for the zucchini to sit on, and add a lot of flavor. All right, we're just going to spread it around nice and evenly. All right, now what we're going to do is place our zucchini face side up. I'm just doing a little jig-jag here. You don't have to. There we go. All right, let's set this off to the side. We got to make the insides of our boats. All right, we're going to chop up 1/2 of a red onion. You can use a yellow onion if you want. And then 1/2 of a bell pepper, any color you want. I'm going to be using the green. Just 2 sides of it. I'm going to take out this white part right here. That's kind of bitter, so you don't want that. Get some of the seeds out. Y'all, if y'all have ideas for low carb, let us know. We have to eat every day, so it's nice to have lots of ideas and different variety. Keep it interesting. So we would sure like to know what y'all have. Thomas didn't move the camera in time for that. He's had this dish before, so he's excited. Yeah. All right, so we got our pepper done. We're gonna take the onion here. I'm just gonna chop it up in half. We'll put Thomas to work. Y'all like to see that happen.
See, I told you, she's mean.
Y'all like when that happens. Woo!
He didn't want to let go. You good?
I'm good. All right, I'm gonna peel off this outer layer and we'll dice this up. All right, then what I'm gonna do is go ahead and chop up the rest of that pulp from the zucchini. And I'm just gonna run my knife through it, and a nice chop on it, so it'll fit into our zucchini boats. Now we do have a protein going in and lots of flavor still, so hang in there. All right, what we're gonna do now is start sauteing up our peppers and onions. All right, I've got my large skillet on a medium-high heat. We're gonna add in 1 tablespoon of some olive oil. All right, ooh, look at the color of that, you guys. This is what we're using right here. If you like that, it's on my website, catherinesplates.com, under my Amazon store. You can find it there. All right, let's add in our peppers and onions. Ooh, sizzle, sizzle. All right, we're gonna saute this down for just a few minutes till it gets nice and soft. All right, that looks good. I've got 1 pound of fresh ground turkey, 93% lean with 7% fat in it. Now, you could also use a ground chicken, or you can use ground beef if you want. Just make it very lean. I'm gonna add that and we're gonna start breaking it up. All right, we've got our turkey all browned up, broken up. Now we're gonna flavor it. You can either use half a packet of taco seasoning that you get from your store, your favorite brand, whatever you like, or you can go in with these flavorings, drain some of the liquid out of the pan here before we do that. So if you have excess grease or liquid, just go ahead and get that out. Just to use my old paper towel trick. All right, we'll remove it. Boop. Garlic powder, 1/4 teaspoon of all of these, or half a packet. We have oregano, ground cumin, that's my favorite. Gives it a nice warm flavor. There we are. And we got chili powder, another warm flavor, nice little spice. And then we're gonna add in smoked paprika. All right, we're gonna mix this all up with a 1/4 cup of water. Let me find that. There we go. Now remember the zucchini right here that we chopped up the insides? We're gonna add that. Can of tomato sauce. This is the small can, 8 ounces. We're gonna add that. We're gonna add in half a cup of corn. I like to get the frozen because it's not salted or anything. It's just sweet corn, half a cup. And then we got a 1/4 cup of that salsa again, whatever flavor you like. All right, let's mix this all together. We're gonna give it a taste and see if we need to add any kind of salt to it. That's why I like to add my own seasonings, is not get that packet from the store, because it's, you know, very salty and it's got other things in there that, whew, we don't know what it is. Let's give that a try right there. Mmm. Wow. I'm not salting that at all. That's good. All right, we're gonna simmer for about 5 minutes. That way that'll soften down the zucchini and then kind of pull all those flavors together. All right, we've got our mixture over here. We've got our zucchini ready to go. And I got a 1/3 cup measuring tool. We're gonna fill it up. And then we're gonna start filling up our zucchinis. Now, if you have leftover mixture, you can use that for anything. I had some big zucchini, so the insides of the zucchini, you want to press it in, get it on in there. had a lot of pulp, so it bulked up this dish a lot. So we're gonna have a little extra, that's fine with us. Right, dear?
Doesn't hurt my feelings.
Yeah. If you wanna load them up, load them up. All right, we still got something yummy to put on top. And that's why I was not concerned about the salt, because it tastes really good. And we're gonna go get the cheese. Half a cup of shredded mozzarella cheese, or whatever flavored cheese you like. We're gonna put it right across the top. Woo! It's half a cup, you guys. Don't go any more than that. All right, we're gonna cover these with foil. We're gonna place it in a 400-degree oven for 35 minutes until the cheese is nice and melted and the zucchini are nice and tender. I'm gonna garnish when we come back. Give it a try for you. Y'all, look at these. They are so nice and tender. Yes, perfect. The cheese, woo. Gotta give it a little, flair there with some green onion right across the top. Let that sink into that cheese. Green onions, they're good for you. Ooh. All right, I've got 2 of them on here for me and Thomas. These were big mambo ones, right? I'm gonna give that a try for you. That is so delicious. I love that salsa in there. Those kind of taco seasonings went in there. And we got that corn. Gives it a nice little crunch. Wow. Double thumbs up on this one, you guys. Haven't made that in a long time. If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. If you're following because of all of our low carbs, make sure you share the videos with other people also. All right, we'll see you on the next episode. Bye.